Good morning, world. It's Malu here, a travel blogger of Retirement Travelogue. Today, I'm going to take you to Salem Maritime National Historic Site, established in 1938 as the first national historic site in the United States. It consists of 9 acres of land and 12 historic structures along the Salem waterfront. Among them are the House of the Seven Gables, the Witch House, the Salem Witch Museum, the Pioneer Village, and the 3 wharves along the waterfront of the Salem Harbor within the Maritime Site. The park preserves over 600 years of New England maritime history and global stories. It had a very, very strong involvement of the global immigration during the founding of America around the late 1600s. So enjoy the Salem Maritime Historic Site as the first national historic site of the United States. God bless. Okay, Salem Maritime National Historic Site. Welcome to Salem Maritime National Historic Site. The site was established in 1938 to preserve the wharves and historic buildings associated with Salem's contribution to the economic development of the young United States. From its founding in 1626 through the late 19th century, Salem looked to the sea for its livelihood. The city's peak years came between the Revolutionary War and the War of 1812, when Salem's shipbuilders, merchants, and mariners opened new ports of trade for America and Asia and other parts of the world. The wealth they created boosted the economy of the new nation and made Salem the 6th largest city in America. That's why, honey. Today, you can recall Salem's maritime past by visiting the historic buildings and replica ships at the site, or walk down the 3 historic wharves. Whereas certain lands and structures in Salem, Massachusetts, including Derby Wharf, the Derby House, and the Custom House, by reason of their relationship to the maritime history of New England and the United States, I hereby designate the following described lands to the structure standing their own to be a National Historic Site, ordered by Secretary of Interior Harold Ickes. We can walk around that.
I'm loving your shoes and socks.
Okay, this is a National Historic Site, National Park Service. Yeah, we have until 11:20, and that's the Salem Harbor. This is very historic. We were lucky. We didn't even know it, but we visited 2 National Historic Sites here in Salem. I thought Salem is just famous for witches. This is the Derby Wharf, which is now a National Historic Park, National Park. The Custom House, impressive building, offices of the United States Customs Department, service collectors, inspectors, and other officials. It was here that ships' captains and owners paid duties on imported goods and conducted other service. Before the passage of the Federal Income Tax Act of 1913, customs duties on ships' cargoes provided most of the money to run the federal government. Between 1789 and 1840, duties collected here earned the treasury more than $20 million, substantial amount in those days. Wow, that's the custom house.
I don't know. It looks like it could be that one because there's a sign.
Yeah, could be also.
Alright.
Okay. Captain Henry Prince, 1764-1886, built the store across the street about 1800 while living in the brick house next door. So that's the one. Derby Wharf, which is now a national Salem Maritime National Historic Site, is a wharf in front of you, is the Salem's longest and was once the busiest in the nation. The first is 100 feet of the wharf was begun in 1762 and completed in 1770 by Captain Richard Derby Sr. That's why it's called Derby Wharf. One of the wealthiest merchants in pre-revolutionary Salem and his son Elias Haskett Derby. During the War of Independence, American privateers sailed from here to prey on British ships on the high seas. After the war, Haskett inherited much of his father's property, and his fleet of trading vessels sailed to the Far East and other international ports, bringing wealth to Salem and its merchants. Cargoes were stored in spacious three-story warehouses built on the wharf. In 1806, Elias Haskett Derby's heirs completed a 13-foot extension to the wharf, and throughout the 19th century, exotic luxury items from Asia as well as raw materials for Salem's growing industry continued to be unloaded onto the wharf. At the end of the 19th century, railroad tracks were laid on Derby Wharf so that vessels could unload cargo directly into railroad cars for transportation inland.
Starlit skies within the dreams at night, with our hands full of hope, and nothing too dangerous, 'cause we just cannot let